In the world of Hunter x Hunter, he is the protagonist Gon's father and the figure who holds the biggest key to the entire story, Ging Freaks. Chairman Netero himself declared him to be undoubtedly one of the top 5 nin users in the world, marking him as one of the strongest characters in the series. However, despite the long time since the series began, definitive facts about his specific nin ability have yet to be revealed. Today, we will gather the numerous theories debated online for years, along with the subtle foreshadowing scattered throughout the work, to connect them into a single thread. The imitation of Leorio's technique, the massive system known as Greed Island, and the words he left to his disciple, Kite. When we dig deep into these elements, we begin to see that Ging is not just a strong nin user, but an existence that manipulates the very laws of the world. In this video, we will thoroughly analyze the true nature of his nin ability from 2 perspectives, the ultimate emitter theory and the probability and luck manipulation theory. Please stay with us until the end. Chapter 1, Copying Strikes and Just Talent. First, our starting point for this discussion is that shocking scene shown at the beginning of the Dark Continent arc. Against the mercenaries sent by Paris Tun, Ging used Leorio's nin ability, the Warping Punch. This is the technique where he sends his aura through walls and floors to strike an opponent far away. At that time, Ging said this: "I can generally imitate any striking ability. That's not a nin ability, Hatsu, it's just talent." This line contains the most important hint for analyzing his capabilities. First of all, this means his power is not like Carlos' skill hunter, which steals abilities or uses them after meeting conditions. It is a fact that he is reproducing them solely through his own aura manipulation technique. Leorio's technique combines the emitter property of detaching aura from the body with a scanning technique like an ultrasound echo to locate the target through walls. Ging analyzed the aura's wavelength, construction, and activation process the moment he took the hit and traced it perfectly with his own aura instantly. This is like a musician with absolute pitch reproducing a song on the piano after hearing it once. In other words, Jing's basic specs are in a dimension that cannot be compared to other pro hunters. Chapter 2, The Emitter Theory via Personality and Greed Island. So, what is the original nin type of such a genius? Currently, the most dominant theory is that he is an emitter. One basis for this is Hisoka's personality test based on aura types. Emitters are impatient and not detail-oriented. Think back to Jing's personality. The wildness of abandoning his son to go on a journey, the lack of cooperativeness shown in the Zodiac's meetings, and the short temper where his hands move faster than his words against opponents he doesn't like. All of these are characteristic features of an emitter. It is slightly different from the simple and earnest enhancer, the fickle and lying transmuter, or the high-strung conjurer. He is too honest about his own desires and rough around the edges. Furthermore, the existence of the game he created, Greed Island, strongly supports the emitter theory. That game uses an entire real-world island, covering the whole area with nen. The barrier that repels intruders, the designated card materialization system, and the effects of spell cards that move players within the island. To realize these, a emitter ability of an extraordinary magnitude is essential to project aura over a vast area and maintain it. In particular, consider Razor, one of the game masters. He was a powerful emitter who could overwhelm the Phantom Troop, but it is natural to think that Ging, who commanded Razor and built the game system, possesses emitter skills equal to or greater than Razor's. The fact that he could copy Leorio's technique so easily can also be explained if his base is emission, making him more skilled than anyone else at the sensation of projecting aura. Chapter 3, Manipulation of Luck and Probability, hidden in Kite's ability. However, a question arises here. Would someone be called one of the top 5 in the world just because they are good at projecting aura? Ging has a certain bottomless eeriness that is different from the overwhelming martial peak of Chairman Netero's 100-type Guanyin Bodhisattva. This is where the second theory surfaces, the probability and luck manipulation theory. The key to this theory lies in the ability of Jing's disciple, Kite, Crazy Slots. Kite's ability involves a number from 1 to 9 appearing randomly, and he cannot make the weapon disappear without using it, which is a very inconvenient restriction. Kite himself complained, "Seriously, I've never had a good roll with this ability taught to me by him Ging." At first glance, it seems like a training ability where Ging imposed inconvenient restrictions on his disciple to boost the power in return. However, at the end of the Chimera Ant arc, Ging revealed a shocking fact to Gon. There is a number in his crazy slots that only comes up when he seriously thinks, "I'm not gonna die." Did you notice the contradiction in these words? Slots and roulette are mechanisms where results are originally decided randomly by probability. But Ging says that a strong will to not die becomes a trigger to guarantee a specific outcome. This is no longer probability. It is the manipulation of fate by will. When Kite was defeated by Pitu, he was technically alive. Although it was in the form of reincarnation, he attracted the result of not dying in the worst possible situation. What if this is a phenomenon under the influence of Jing's teachings, or perhaps Jing's own ability? It is possible that Ging knows how to incorporate uncertain elements like luck and probability into the Nen system and control them. The risky dice in Greed Island is the same. Great misfortune means death, great luck means super good fortune. He implemented the invisible concept of luck as a clear numerical value within the game. It is impossible that Ging, the creator of this, cannot manipulate luck. Chapter 4, Integrated Analysis, the ability as a game master. The true nature of Jing's ability derived from here. It is likely an ability that steps into the realm of specialist, which rewrites the rules of the target or space itself, while basing it on emission. For example, an ability that regards the range his aura reaches as a game board and enforces his own unique rules there. From physical interference like changing the trajectory of a strike to conceptual interference like reducing the probability of death to 0. The reason he is knowledgeable about aura flows like spiral and circulation might be because he understands the very logic of the world through aura. Recall the psychological warfare with Paris-Tun during the election arc. Ging behaved as if he had seen the future. Gon's revival, the conclusion of the election, Paris-Tun's next move. These go beyond simple reading of the situation. Perhaps he could see the probabilities of countless branching futures and was guiding the situation toward the route he desired. That composure, constantly staying one step ahead of a rare strategist like Paris-Tun, is a feat only possible because he was dominating the entire board as a game master. Chapter 5, The Dark Continent and the Shadow of Dawn Freaks. And this ability should demonstrate its true value in the Dark Continent they are heading to. The Dark Continent is a place full of unreasonable calamities where human common sense does not apply. One cannot survive there with simple physical strength or total aura amount alone. Unknown diseases, mysterious creatures, distorted physical laws. To adapt to and conquer these, one needs the power to analyze the rules of that place and rewrite them to one's advantage. Dawn Freaks, who is said to have recorded his journey in the Dark Continent 300 years ago. If Ging carries his blood or inherits his will, it would not be strange if Jing's ability is also specialized for conquering the impossible game that is the Dark Continent. Copying strikes is just a playful greeting for him. When Ging gets serious, he will likely twist probability itself and draw the correct answer from an absolutely impossible situation. Epilogue. In conclusion, it is highly probable that Ging Freaks' Nen ability is a rule intervention type ability that is based on world-class emitter techniques but can also interfere with concepts like probability and fate. When he shows his true seriousness in battle, we might get a glimpse into the bottomless abyss of the concept of Nen in the work Hunter x Hunter. What kind of miracle will he show us on the Dark Continent? What do you think? Do you think Ging is the pinnacle of a pure enhancer or emitter? Or do you think he possesses a more special ability like the one we analyzed today? Please let us know your theories in the comments section. If you found this analysis interesting, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. See you in the next video.